When we're looking for locations for our no-budget films, I think it's really important to try to ignore the rule that we should just use what we have. For example, the stable scene in Yellow Jacket, originally in the script, the scene took place in this big mansion. And after a few failed attempts, I realised I'm not going to get a mansion. So then I stopped and I thought, what's the point of the mansion? The point of the mansion is to show that the character has wealth. So we did a bit of brainstorming, and one of the options that came up was, if someone owns horses, they have money, they have wealth. So maybe the scene could take place in some stables. So I contacted one of my friends who goes horse riding and asked her if she thought we could shoot in the stables that she goes to. So she contacted the owner and we got that location for 3 hours in one evening. We shot the scene and got it done. And then I thought, if the stables are behind this mansion that I can't get into, because I can't get into it, neither can the character. So let's shoot that. So we drove to a wealthy gated community. We just turned up, we picked a house, and we shot him not being able to get in. Seb faked using the intercom, said his few lines, and we ADR'd the scene later. We shot the scene in about 5 minutes. At the end, we had him walk off and then cut to him coming round the corner, arriving at the stables. So even though I'd written this mansion into the script that it turned out we couldn't get, that it forced me to get out of this corner that I put myself in, and I'm all for restrictions breeding creativity, and it's absolutely true. But I also don't want to stifle my creativity at the very beginning. And if I'd never written the scene as I did, I never would have found the scene as it ended up being. And the scene now has just as much production value as what I originally wrote. So I say try not to think of it as I've got to write what I have because it's a no-budget film. Just write your script and then look at it and ask, how much of this can I get? And the bits that I don't know if I can get, try to get them. And if you can't, look at what the location says about your character or the scene or the purpose of it, and think about what other locations could equally say that you can get. But also, we're told not to have too many locations on our no-budget feature films. There's a lot of misinformation, and, I had 40 locations on my first feature, and, it was a no-budget film, and it just took us a bit longer, but it can be done. And we just need to write what we want to write, and we can figure it out.